jacket on? Yeah, it's okay. Thanks.
Ready?
Yeah, Dr. Sukal.
Are you doing all of the names?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doran
Doran. Yeah.
and Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay. And Chester's very particular, and so I'm wondering, card like this? Do you have a preference?
Yeah, just card like this, and if I have to have them repeat it once to me, just in
Yes.
case it's a tough name,
Yep.
then I'm putting it in the box,
Yep.
and that's it, really.
Good. And you guys, so every time we have the new program, I usually like stop the last person because I know it's gonna be a new program.
And they have a blue card for me.
Yep. We'll wait to make sure that last person gets through. Because
Right.
after they're doing English, they can.
Yeah, I will look for. I will look for you for the head nod.
Yes, and then so then they'll have to pull their card really big, and then I'll tell you this.
Give me the signal. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
or you can tap me or whatever is comfortable for you.
I'm the student.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 So I'll look for your hand signal. We are on. Yeah. What's the first group? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Right. No, I mean, sure. But I'm just gonna go with your signal, Aaron. I'll go with because you're the one looking forward. I'm kind of looking down here. Okay. So this is the first. We will begin by announcing the candidates from the College of Undergraduate Studies for the Bachelor of Arts Psychology. A signal for the next name? Yeah.
everyone. Is this working? Yeah? Okay. Dr. Schultz, I'm honored to announce that members of the graduate class, the faculty and staff, and administrators of the Chicago School are now present. All are gathered here for the 2024 commencement ceremony in Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Dr. Siviak, and welcome all. Please stand and face the United States flag for our national anthem. Where is the national? Where's the flag? Please be seated. Sorry, you'll have to forgive us. We outgrew our last place, so this is our first time here at the Charles E. Smith Center. It's my second time ever being on a Jumbotron. I think the last time I was on one was the Kiss Cam at a Chicago Bulls game, so maybe we ought to incorporate the Kiss Cam into the ceremony later. But I'm Dr. Ted Schultz. I'm the Vice President of Academic Affairs here at the Chicago School. It's my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the Charles E. Smith Center for the Chicago School's commencement ceremony in Washington, here in Washington, D.C. Commencement is a wonderful tradition at the Chicago School, and we are honored to share it with you. Today marks a major milestone for our students. Your years of learning and growth, both inside and outside of the classroom, has brought you here today in a celebration of your hard work. But this is also a momentous day for all of you who are here today to celebrate with our graduates. Faculty, family, and friends, I thank all of you for your unwavering support of our students throughout their academic journeys here at the Chicago School. I cannot wait to get started with today's celebrations. To begin, I would like to call forward Dr. DeWalt, our Dean of the College of Graduate and Professional Studies, to introduce the representative of our graduating class.
Thank you. One of the many traditions at institutions of higher learning is to hear from one of our graduates. I am thrilled to present Dr. Rosny Blanc from our EDD Educational Psychology and Technology program as a representative of our graduating class. Dr. Rosny Blanc is a seasoned expert in educational psychology and behavioral analysis with over 20 years of experience. She specializes in developing and implementing behavior support plans for individuals with developmental disabilities, integrating technology into clinical practices, and conducting workforce development programs. Dr. Blanc is a certified instructional designer and trained SkipR instructor, pending final sign-off. She is working toward becoming a licensed behavioral analyst in both New York and New Jersey, and is also pursuing board certification as a clinical autism professional. Dr. Blanc credits her father for clearing the pathway and planting the seeds of education. and her mother for giving her the heart that guided her into the helping field. Supported by her family and close friends, she has been encouraged to dream and believe beyond her own visions. She is especially excited to share this journey with her son, who will take her visions beyond her own imagination. As an avid learner, Dr. Blanc is eager to embark on the opportunities that await her within her field and continue contributing to the lives of those she serves. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Rosny Blanc to the podium.
Good morning, distinguished faculty, proud families, cherished friends, and most importantly, the class of 2024. Today, we are gathered to celebrate not just our academic achievements, but the values and principles that have guided us on this journey. We are here today as graduates of the Chicago School, a place that has shaped not only our minds, but our hearts. A place that has instilled in us the responsibility to lead, innovate, and make a difference in the world. At the core of our education, 4 elements have been woven together to form the foundation of who we are as professionals and as change makers: education, innovation, community, and impact. Education at the Chicago School has been more than just acquiring knowledge. It has been about developing a deep understanding of the human condition, the complexities of society, and the challenges we face today. We have been equipped, but with the tools to apply them to solve real-world problems and to contribute meaningfully in our fields. Our education here has been a preparation not just for a career, but a lifelong commitment to learning and growth. Innovation has been the heartbeat of our time here. In a world that is constantly evolving, we have learned to think critically, to push boundaries, and to create new solutions to old problems. We have been trained to anticipate the future, not just to react to change, but to drive it. The innovation we embody is not just technological or theoretical. It is rooted in a deep desire to improve lives, to make systems better, and to advance the greater good. Community is the thread that connects us all. During our time here, we have learned that success is not measured solely by individual achievements, but by the strength and support of the communities we build and serve. The Chicago School's approach has taught us the importance of cultural competence, of understanding and embracing diversity, of working collaboratively to address the needs of those around us. As we move forward, remember that community is both our foundation and our responsibility. Impact will be our ultimate measure of success. The education we have received is not an end in of itself. It is a means to create positive change. We have been trained to make a difference and leave the world a better place than we found it. Whether we are working with individuals, organizations, or entire communities, our impact will be felt in ways as we apply our knowledge and the solutions we create and the lives we touch and also those who touch our lives. As much as I want to highlight the importance of the expertise we've developed, I also want to make a point that we will face situations in years ahead where we will not have relevant experience or expertise. We will have no evidence base to rely on. Our intellect will not be able to supply us the needed answer. In those situations, I would suggest that we respond with love. Love for the people we serve, love for our communities, love with the principles that have guided us here today. With compassion and dignity, we will represent the fields that we have first desired to go in the first place. When knowledge fails us, let empathy guide you. When there is no clear answer, let our humanity be the foundation to which we stand. Love is not just an emotion. It is a powerful force for change. And it is often in those moments of uncertainty that love will provide the clarity and direction that we need. The experiences we've shared here have shaped how we persevere through self-doubt, uncertainty, and imposter syndrome. We have proven that not only can we do it, we have made it. We are here today to celebrate all those sleepless nights and the challenges we've overcame through all of our hard work. It is your dedication that got you here today. So as I celebrate myself, I offer a standing ovation to each and every one of you, your families, your friends, and your additional support systems. The journey was not always smooth as we have hoped and liked it to have been. For our loved ones who stood there on the sidelines, waiting and watching, we thank you. Some may not have made it here today. And as I implore you to think about all those who have supported us along this journey, lift your hands up high, because this achievement is as much as theirs as it is ours. As you move forward in your careers and in your lives, I want you to ponder on these questions once spoken by Oprah Winfrey. What will your essential service be? How will you use what matters in service to yourself, your community, and in the world? These questions will guide you, helping you stay true to your values and your purpose, even when the path ahead is unclear. So enjoy today and rest up this weekend, because next week, the world needs you. I wish you the greatest amount of success in your journeys. Congratulations again to the class of 2024. The world is waiting for your impact. Go out and make it happen.
Nobody breathe. Class of 2024, it is my great honor and privilege to celebrate with you and your loved ones today and to welcome you into our Chicago School alumni community. As we reflect on your last few years of your time here at the Chicago School, it is a truly amazing journey to behold. Regardless of your program of study, you came here to spark change, be it for yourself, your family, or your community. You work tirelessly, juggling coursework with your professional lives and personal responsibilities. I hope that you take some time to reflect on what today's diplomas signify. Not just your classroom learning, but your unwavering commitment to the betterment of your communities, even in the face of an endless balancing act of life's responsibilities. Most importantly, as students, you not only collected information about your field, but you set out to use that information to serve those around you. Your steadfast commitment to equity reminds me of the teachings of the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As Dr. King once wrote, intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. As Dr. King highlights, it's not enough to just gain knowledge, to sit in classrooms and gather up facts and figures about your field. This is not education. Education is putting that knowledge to work for upstanding ends, using it to make a real difference for others in need. In other words, the power of a great education is not just in the classroom or outside of it. We need both experiences to make the most of our opportunities. Throughout your time here at the Chicago School, you have lived out the best of Dr. King's values, using your discoveries in the classroom to fuel your impact outside of it. You spent countless hours out in the community making an impact before you even received your diplomas, working in clinics to talk to community members through life's most pressing challenges, and partnering with growing organizations to help them fully achieve their loftiest goals. This work was certainly taxing, both physically and mentally, but for your commitment to make your communities better from day one, even considering these challenges, I applaud you. Looking ahead, I challenge you to keep Dr. King's teachings echoing inside your head as you chart the next steps of your journey as a community-focused change maker. Think not of just what you learned here, but also why you learned it. Keep your passion for equity and justice as your professional compass in the months and years ahead. Equipped with this sense of direction and purpose, I know that you will find a way to making a lasting impact. As you receive your diplomas today, recognize that these are not mere pieces of paper. These are contracts that you have been signing piece by piece all throughout your Chicago School journey. By taking on the title of Chicago School alumni, you commit yourselves to living out Dr. King's vision that education signifies both your intelligence and your character. Now is the time to fuse these forces together to realize your wildest change-making dreams. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you.
Good morning, graduates, family, friends. I'm Dr. Lance Garrison, Dean of the College of Professional Psychology, and we will now proceed with the presentation of candidates for degrees. Each candidate has been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated in the program and on their diploma, subject to the completion of all degree requirements. In order for each graduate's name to be heard clearly, I respectfully ask that the audience please hold applause until the end. We'll see how that goes.
No? We will begin by announcing the candidates from the College of Undergraduate Studies for the Bachelor of Arts, Psychology. Dr. Blunt, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Anthony De Palma. Morgan Stamper. Nathaniel Miranda Rodriguez. Veronica Belay. Ana Godoy Vasquez. Alacia Gersett. Ariel Silva. We will now announce the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, Sports Management. Christopher Richmond. We will now announce candidates from the College of Graduate and Professional Studies, starting with the Master of Arts in Applied Behavior Analysis. Dr. Foster, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Mariana Santamaria. Nikisha Brown. Hope Flynn. Crystal Josefa Pelzer. Christine Sundar. We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Science in Applied Behaviors Analysis. Fatima Quintana. Jasmine Figueroa. Jack Hoffmeister. Taina Duplan. We will now announce the candidates for the dual degree of Master of Arts in Applied Behavior Analysis and Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology. Dr. McMillan, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Benjamin Bousset. We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Dr. Polly Chronopoulos, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Janet Jimenez. Alisa Trong. Nagum Sadek. Jamika Singh. Lashana L. Ford. Darnell Sneed. Michael E. Sutton. Reagan Cantrell. Nikki Lee. Karen Rude. Veronica Andrea Villanueva. Alexis Kugler. Lisa Guzman Sanchez. Georgina Coker. Jacinta Lane. Imani Dubois. George T. Jackson. Mark Heaney. Yimin Lee. Kimberly Morris Hodnett. Zana Mold. Ashley Michelle Mooney. Emma Catherine Lebo. Melissa Weinstein. Revati Shanshank Despande. Samantha Higginbotham. Karen Harris. Fortuna Abebe. Alexandra Newman. Marcus Anderson. Christina Udodi. We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Arts in Applied Psychology. Dr. DeWalt, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Brianna Monet Bland. Jocelyn Divine Malosa. Sarah Englert. Kardash Kelslaw. Kimberly Guzman. Jacob Leibowitz. We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Dr. Polly Chronopoulos, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Yesenia Yasmin Diaz. Gilberto Arrives Figueroa. Shiela Maldonado. Hannah Cantrell. Sahar Fahimi. Taylor Williams. Hala Mahmoud. Michael Edomo B. Capri Lanier. Natalie Gooding. Kalima Carbo. Faith Wilson. Brianne Lassiter. We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Arts in Industrial and Organizational Psychology. Dr. Civiliak, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Gregory Holmes. Jaylyn Bird. Michelle Joyner. Bibi Nasifa Hamid Deans. Michelle Shindika. We will now announce the candidates for the Doctor of Education, Educational Psychology and Technology. Dr. DeWalt, please move forward to hood your students. Malini Adani, maternal growth mindset and the related feedback, how it can work as a mediator during academic challenges and failures. Lakeisha Castillo, reading teacher's perspective on implementing inventions for students with reading deficits and comorbid problem behavior. Simeon Owens Campbell, new learning environments, shaping the refugee English language learning experience. Elena Rainovich, using physical movement, Brian, brain breaks to increase engagement for middle school students. Nicole Stanziel, the use of digital manipulatives in a flipped classroom. Rosny Blanc, Towards Independence, an exploratory qualitative case study on the technology needs of clinical departments overseeing the behavioral intention of persons with intellectual development disabilities in community integration settings. I invite Dr. Brandt to please move forward to hood your students. We will now announce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy Behavior Analysis. Jewel Parham. Enchanting Performance and Well-Being Exploring the Impact of MAC Protocol on Behavior Analysts. Shantae Dix. The effects of a caregiver-mediated evidence-based intervention on repetitive verbal behavior in PWS. Danielle Judy, in Living Color, a behavior analytic approach to addressing colorism and increasing self-compassion. Keith Cosgrove, the effects of music on vocal imitation training. We will now announce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, International Psychology. Dr. Oliver Burgess, please move forward to hood your students. Alexandria Dupree, understanding the link between racism and chronic disease in Indigenous Australians. Carmen Arellano, spiritual religious beliefs among Indigenous Raramuri women with cancer, qualitative study. I invite Dr. Grace to please move forward to hood your students. Wendy McCarty, international business membership with the United Nations Global Compact. I invite Dr. Luder to please move forward to hood your students. Jennifer Tuff, counselor suggestions for reducing suicide among university students in Japan. Christine Williams. Vicarious trauma among Jamaican high school stakeholders. Cecilia Masamange Tange Gapanang. Effects of migration on mother and daughter relationships in Cameroon and Cameroon in Diaspora, USA. PhD International Psychology. Annalisa Eustace. Perception of adherence to Bogonian women with type 2 diabetes, malicious A phenomenological study. I invite Dr. Grace to the stage to hood your students. Paul Jackson, psychological first aid for homeless youth in Liberia, lessons learned from the Ebola pandemic. Chanel Sotilio Holmes, Mental Health Deconstructed, an examination of mental health literacy and help-seeking behaviors among young adults in Kenya. We will now announce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, Business Psychology. Dr. Moore, please move forward to hood your students. Kyle James Cephas, Instruction and Management, investigating self-efficacy and effectiveness for principals in their evolved role. Joyce Weru, a grounded theory study exploring the process of professional identity construction among Black corporate professionals in predominantly white organizational spaces. Claire Feigley, exploration of cultural due diligence in successful mergers and acquisitions. I invite Dr. Roman to please move forward to hood your students. Tamara Apress Holmes Stallings. From Barrier to Breakthrough, examining the relationship between employee resilience and post-traumatic growth in human resource leaders. Carrie L. May. Exploring the pathways between psychological capital and employee engagement. Thank you. Thomas Janesco, a pilot study investigating a novel mental resilience tool on U.S. Army mental resilience trainers. Elizabeth Hackett, gaslighting in organizational settings. Kate Stayskull, the effect of adverse childhood experiences on resilience at work. The mediating role of event centrality. Awaz Ahmed, an analysis on the relationship between employee well-being and engagement with a focus on the effectiveness of well-being initiatives in promoting engagement among employees. Victoria Ann Pope, manager trust and job autonomy as predictors of job satisfaction, a direct reports perspective. Nana Atokatha Ashmond Brew, factors, behaviors, and outcomes of crabs in a barrel syndrome against in-group targets in organizations, a transcendental phenomenological qualitative study. Jacqueline B. Gauze, the flexibility stigma experience, a qualitative study exploring the experiences of employees without childcare responsibilities utilizing flexible work arrangements for work-life balance. Paige Torres Harris, who is talking the talk and walking the walk? The relationship between Generation Z job seekers' perceptions of corporate social responsibility and their attraction to organizations. We will now announce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Leadership. Dr. Whitehead, please move forward to hood your students. Jason William Johnson, I work for a Black-owned business, an exploration of the lived experiences of employees in African American-owned small to medium-sized enterprises. Melody Phillips, co-designed youth leadership programs, a narrative inquiry. Casey Cleaver, teamwork, quality, and success in remote, hybrid, and proximal agile software development, ASD teams. Bridget McClarity, PhD, Organizational Leadership, Nurse Leader Resilience, Work Regulatory Focus Theory. Beatrice Stegall Dukes, Workforce Matters, Examining Transformational Leadership Behavior and Workforce Agility. I'd like to invite Dr. Roman back to the stage to please move forward and hood your students. Martin Aloginu, PhD, Organizational Leadership, Cultural Transition Experience of Adult Ghanaian Immigrants in the U.S. Brittany Yates, A Narrative Inquiry, the study of Black women who ascended into the role of senior executive service in the federal government. Kanusha Chorere Medua, soft skills development for Generation Z workers through coaching experience in an organizational setting. We will now announce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy Applied Behavior Analysis. Dr. Brandt, please move forward to hood your students. Anne-Marie Conrad, Should We Cheer? Measuring the effects of energy levels on acceptance and preference towards social reinforcement. Erica A. Baer, Examining Caregiver Stress and Treatment Acceptability Using Active Student Responding. Stacy Kolko, PCA Assessment, an evaluation of the implementation of PEAK with non-vocal verbal learners. Shelby Dunnigan, evaluating the effects of self-monitoring and latency on the use of Buy Now, Pay Later services, BNPLs. Uma Bucha, effectiveness of video modeling to teach imitation skills to children with autism in an underprivileged community on the island nation of Mauritius. Janitza Camacho Pasarel, a non-monetary contingency management program to increase treatment adherence in Latino teens with type 1 diabetes. Larissa Woolfolk, parent training to increase adolescent engagement in meaningful activities. Jervale Johnson, the effects of behavior-specific versus general praise on acquisition of intervals for children with autism. Alana Marie Morrissey, using pyramidal BST to teach self-care skills to parents of children with developmental disabilities. Lakeisha Helse Dancy, the role that age, gender, socioeconomic status play in choosing a mate. Nandy Nelson. The effect of value-based scorecards on burnout for ABA practitioners. Vladimir Dorelian. Behavioral skills training and shaping to treat selective mutism. Elizabeth Ann Sanabria Fitter. The use of direct instruction curriculum to implement an interdisciplinary team decision-making model. Edward Sanabria. Interdisciplinary collaboration for training development. Examination of process and outcomes. I invite Dr. Ming to please move forward to hood your students. Scott Larson McGuire. Love your neighbor as yourself. The effects of training a correlational framing repertoire on implicit bias against a minority religious group. We will now announce candidates from the College of Professional Psychology, starting with the Master of Arts in Clinical Psychology. Dr. Schiff, I invite you forward to congratulate your students. Alexander Coleman. Patrick Marcel Davidson. Robert Honorio. Yasmina Bejani. Noor Mazri. Anjali Jivan. Jamie Alperin. Ryan Chambers. Madeline Chow. Thea Chafee. Katerina Nasta. Elizabeth Boyd. Noor Khalil. Saumya Hariharan. Diamond Smith. Hannah Uche. Brianna Kimberly Jones Gibson. Grace Jamila Atia. Sarah Dunn. Lindsay Zilling. Jasmine Amani Merlet. Cassandra Carpenter. Anaya Alexander. Kayla Evelyn Cunningham. Destiny Guevara Palacios. Madison Heracles. We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Arts Counseling Psychology. Dr. McMillan, please move to the stage. Indira Muhabir. Kyra Edwards. We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Arts Forensic Psychology. Angelica Ramirez. Megan Ironman. Melanie Diane. Anaya Green. Stephanie Agostino. Ashley Kester. Miranda Reynolds. Jamie DePaulo. Bridget Aguilar Dishman. Morgan Victoria Hines. Angela Amogan. Aisha Bankhead Nina Lowo. Ebony Unique Golden. Satare Battle. Faith Allison Uyghur. Melissa Scheckler. Nicole Liberato. Rochelle O'Mealy. Brianna K. Johnson. Tamia Nicole Johnson. Jasmine Mazik Jones. Parisha Danae Jacobs. We will now announce the candidate for Master of Arts Psychopharmacology. Dr. Garrison, please move forward to hood your student. Anthony Joseph Edgecombe. We will now announce the candidate for the Doctor of Psychology, Clinical Psychology. Dr. Fedio, please move forward to hood your student. Avila Turlaw. Perceived cognitive decline in adult survivors of non-critical COVID-19. Ali Kuchek. Efficacy of binaural beats in the treatment of agitation behaviors in patients with mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease. Danielle Stone, nutrition and quality of life in individuals with multiple sclerosis. I invite Dr. Sachs forward to hood your students. Mary Arinde. Acculturation and its effects on discrimination in second-generation African diasporic immigrants. Susana Posada Montalvo. Mental health implications of migrant children detention and family separation at the U.S.-Mexico border detention centers. I invite Dr. Morin forward to hood your students. Bryant Sigler, reshaping roles in integrated care. Actualizing the potential of primary care psychologists in HIV program management. Deja Adine Jackson, contributors to post-traumatic growth in family caregivers of patients with Alzheimer's disease. I invite Dr. Johnson forward to hood your students. Tell me when. Kiana Brooks, Traumatic Brain Injuries and Intersectionality, a case study and suggested path for treatment using the veteran military population. Jerusalem Shebrew, incorporating spirituality and intervention for African American women survivors of intimate partner violence. I invite Dr. Fedio forward to hood your student. Brenda Elizabeth Mitchell, the intersection between neuropsychology and pain management following sports-related mild to moderate traumatic brain injury in the pediatric population. I invite Dr. Lilienfeld forward to hood your students. Marissa Laritz, intimate partner violence and resiliency in the mother-child relationship. Raven Harris, a systematic literature review of risk factors for eating disorders in Black girls. I invite Dr. Sharon forward to hood your students. Laureen Margison, the relationship of adverse childhood events, attachment styles, and presence on severity of mental health disorders in U.S. service members and veterans. Blair Gallagher Smith, the duality of belonging, biracial identity development, and mental health. Anupama Rao, cultural modifications to cognitive behavioral therapy for use with South Asian population. Amber Smith, cultural mistrust, how to alleviate African American suspicion in healthcare, a systemic review of current literature. I invite Dr. Scherer forward to hood your students. Kiera Christina Evans, assessing the social climate of prisons to initiate effective rehabilitative treatment to reduce recidivism, a systematic review of current literature. Miriam Shafiq, Stigma regarding ADHD among Egyptians, a systematic review of current literature. Marinette Bechet, the effects of weightlifting on trauma symptoms in individuals who experience sexual trauma. Victoria Barnett, exploring psychedelic-assisted therapy for the treatment of racial trauma in Black Americans. I invite Dr. Nazrat forward to hood your students. Mariam Chauhan, the psychological impact of intergenerational trauma on Pakistanis in the United States. Samit Ashfaq, educator perception on impact of mental health services to well-being of self and students. Yafet Fiseha, perceptions of mental health and mental health service utilization in Ethiopian immigrants. Diubeni Kasongo, police brutality of African American AAs, relationships among its frequency and types of exposure, racial identity, and mental health indices of trauma among adult AA males. I invite Dr. Walsh forward to hood your students. Sharice Williams, the effects of family involvement, age, and severity of offense on juvenile recidivism. Natasha Dougal, fear-based avoidant behavior, post-traumatic brain injury in the geriatric population, implications for behavioral disturbance and future directions. Samantha Gale Spence, violent sexual fantasies and recidivism risk of sexual offenders. I invite Dr. Lally forward to hood your students. Kristen Suter, attitudes and outcomes of specialized housing for incarcerated veterans in county facilities. Jacqueline Carter Branch. Jacqueline Carter Branch, admission requirements for the acute mentally ill patient in Virginia. Oskry Greil. A critical exploration of the able assessment of sexual interest in legal and psychological practice. Regina Silvestrini. The evaluation and assessment of juvenile transfer to adult criminal court. I invite Dr. Schiff forward to hood your students. Barasha Simpson, exploring how racial disparities in healthcare impact Black Americans, psychological implications. Victoria Northup, potential efficacy and play therapy in the treatment of post-pandemic separation anxiety and other related trauma symptoms. I invite Dr. Riso to move forward to hood your students. Taylor Ray Loftus, understanding and treating comorbid antisocial personality disorder and substance use disorders. Danae Katrina Webb, the Black Church and Mental Health Access, a motivational interviewing informed training program for clergy. And this concludes the presentation of graduates.
We still have 20 minutes. You can keep going on. Yeah. Thank you. Will all candidates please rise? Dr. Schultz, on behalf of the faculty of the Chicago School, I present to you these candidates who have been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated, subject to the completion of all requirements, and respectfully request that you confer upon them the degrees for which they are qualified. You all ready for this? This
This is a gymnasium. Let's just get loud, right? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Chicago School and by the Federal District of Columbia, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto pertaining. I invite all graduates to turn and show their appreciation to the people who have helped make this moment possible.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Siobhan Moore-Laban, Campus Director for the Washington, D.C. campus. All graduates and faculty, please rise to recite the Oath of Affirmation and Diversity. Please locate the oath on page 18 of the commencement program. Please raise your right hand and recite with me in unison. Other professionals may join us to reaffirm the oath. I hereby affirm that I shall discharge the responsibilities of my profession in a manner consistent with respect for the dignity and worth of individuals and communities, and that I shall strive for the preservation and protection of fundamental human rights. That I shall seek to increase knowledge of human behavior, cultures, and experiences to increase self-understanding and understanding of others, and that I shall use such knowledge for the promotion of dignity and human rights. That I shall seek to embrace the profession's commitment to understand and respect individual, social, contextual, and cultural differences. That I shall diligently protect the human rights of those who seek my services, and that I shall use my skills only in the furtherance of human rights and the integrity of the individual. That I shall strive to acknowledge and remove systemic barriers that prevent the ability of groups, individuals, and organizations to access services that promote the well-being of all. And that I shall well and truly recognize the traditions, ethics, and boundaries of my profession, and that I shall subscribe to the traditions and ethics freely and upon my honor. As a representative of the Chicago school community, I hereby affirm to actively participate in this learning and professional community by embracing its commitment to understand and respect individual, social, contextual, and cultural differences. As such, I will seek to gain knowledge of human difference that I may increase my understanding of self and other. And I will seek to build an environment of mutual respect and inclusion where all are valued.
Is this the end? Congratulations to our graduating students and welcome to our alumni family. This concludes the 2024 commencement exercises in Washington, D.C. Guests, please remain seated until all faculty and graduates have exited the theater. Thank you.